So I just saw this picture on this website that I will post a link to, hopefully, so you can see what this picture is that I'm talking about. Basically, it's saying Twilight is better than Harry Potter. And a couple of videos ago, I talked about Harry Potter and how I'm really excited to see the last installment, and it's going to be a really bittersweet moment. That video was a little bit of a joke. I am very much into Harry Potter, but I'm not quite as crazy as I put across in the video. That was just for fun. But this video right now is about this particular picture, like I said. Everything I say is, I'm quoting the picture exactly. I'm quoting it word for word. This is literally what somebody wrote. I just like to say, you know, there might be a little bit of language in this video. Just be prepared for that. And here we go. Twilight is better than Harry Potter. We were all thinking it, but now I said it. So everyone can relax, but now I'll say why, because Harry Potter sucks. The box sets. The Twilight box set is modern, elegant, and notice they spelled elegant incorrectly. They spelled it E-L-L-I-G-A-N-T. Real geniuses we're dealing with here. Clean cut, fancy, to the point. The Harry Potter box set. It says, well, excuse me, I was not aware we kept books in treasure chests. Are we pirates now, or other things that don't exist, like wizards? LOL. Dumb shits. Believe in magic? OMG, too much. I would just like to point out, they use the actual letter R instead of A-R-E. Instead of D-U-M-B, they put D-U-M. Yeah. And pirates actually did exist at one point in time, and in some cases they still do, just not in the way we would envision it, and you know, where they have like the patch over the eye and stuff like that. It's a little bit different nowadays. And also, vampires and werewolves don't exist either, so that point is completely invalid. This is supposed to be point number 2, but they seem to have left off the number 2, because apparently they can't count. Harry Potter copied Twilight. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, enough sinking in. Jacob Black. Stephenie Meyer creates an original character with the last name Black. He is part wolf and is referred to many times as half dog. He transforms and is very dangerous when he is in dog form. Sound familiar? And then it has an arrow over to the picture of Sirius Black, and may I point out that they spelled Sirius wrong. They spelled it S-E-R-I-O-U-S. Now that is correct if you're saying something like, I'm serious. But that's not how you spell the character's name. In fact, it's S-I-R-I-U-S. And then they put number 1, not O-N-E, one of many ways Rowling copies Meyer. I would just also like to point out that the book Prisoner of Azkaban came out in 1999, and the movie came out in 2004, and Twilight was written in 2005. Who copied who? Think about it. And then they put BTW. J.K. Rowling didn't even cast a black actor to play Sirius, spelt wrong again. Black. A bit racist. I thought so too. BTW, Taylor Lautner, isn't black either. And BTW, J.K. Rowling doesn't do the casting, because guess what? She's not the casting director. Ugh. And then at the bottom of it, it says like in tiny little writing, if Taylor Lautner was a girl, he'd still be hot. But don't worry, I'm not a lesbian. Which, obviously, this is written by a girl then. But they don't have to worry about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the person's lack of brains, if anything, you know? Apparently this is point number 5, when technically it's point number 3. The logos. Because this is honestly, honest to God, this is the most important thing ever in a book. Ever. Just, if your logo is good, then you know the book is going to be amazing, and it's gonna seep into your soul, and it will change your life. Twilight. Very unique and recognizable. They spelled recognizable wrong. It's not R-E-C Reconizable. It's Reconizable. So, way to go. It has a recognizable swirl. They also spelled swirl wrong. Like, what the heck? On the G. The little, the little G in the word Twilight. Yeah. Who the cares about a swirl on a G? Harry Potter. Bulky and dumb. Whoever drew this clearly has a twitch that activately multiple times in a row during the time they formed the stem on the P in Potter. I don't think activately is a word because that whole sentence didn't make sense. But, they do bring up a really good point here. I mean, what does that lightning bolt on the P mean? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I got it. It's the scar on Harry's forehead. The one that Voldemort gave him when he tried to kill him, and, now he feels it burn whenever Voldemort is near, and, they can, communicate through their brain. They go, blue, 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 blue. Yeah, that's the scar. At least it pertains to the story, okay? This is supposed to be point 4, but apparently this person can't count, so they just put, next, the hidden meanings behind the titles. Twilight. Light means good. Good means pure. Pure means Jesus. This title tells us to love His Majesty Jesus Christ. I love this title, and I love Jesus too. Well, see, I love Jesus too, but I don't love Twilight, so I guess I'm going to hell. Harry Potter. First of all, the Harry is subliminally misspelled, promoting bad hygiene, also misspelled, and it's Harry, it's H-A-I-R-Y, like, oh, my arms are so hairy, my legs are so hairy. You'd be dirty too if you had Death Eaters chasing you and Voldemort on your ass. You don't have time to bathe. The pot is telling people to become potheads, and stoner, they left off the S on that one, and smoke pot and marijuana. My cousin is a Harry Potter fan, and my aunt found a bong in her room. Proof! That's exactly what they wrote. Also, pot and marijuana, same thing, 2 different names. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Lastly, the authors. And note that authors is A-U-T-H-E-R-S, according to this person. Stephanie Meyer is flawless and brings out the writer inside each of us. One time, the number 1, not O-N-E, my English, they spelled English wrong. It's E-N-L-G-I-S-H. My English teacher told me my writing reminded her of Steph's. This is not exactly a compliment coming from your teacher. And I was so happy. I got a C on the story because it was late. And no, I didn't stutter there. They really wrote because it was. And then, and then they have the special little sad face emoticon. They're just so sad about their C. Yeah, and the reason why you got a C on that paper is because if it was, let's just say a thesis paper, you clearly have problems backing up your own thesis in this simple form. So obviously, if it's something more serious, you're going to have a lot of trouble writing an essay. So, of course, you're going to fail. I'm surprised the teacher just didn't stamp it with a friggin' F. Okay. J.K. Rowling. Okay, first of all, I didn't even know without a W at the end, the writer of Harry Potter until 5 minutes ago. I had to look her up, so she isn't really famous. Second of all, what kind of name is J.K.? Just kidding? What are you just kidding about? LOL, I wrote this great series about wizards. JK, it sucks. You think she could get a bit more creative, right? Loser. Yeah. Instead of putting a picture of J.K. Rowling next to the little paragraph, they put a picture of Jennifer Aniston. I don't think it's too hard to find a picture of J.K. Rowling on the internet. I mean, that's what Google Images is for, people. This particular picture that I saw could very well be a joke. It could be in, making fun of, Twilight fans who back up their arguments with points that are not really very valid points. If this is, like, legit, this is kind of pathetic, actually. I don't hate Twilight, and I don't hate people who like Twilight. I hate it when people can't back up their argument with valid points.